What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the BORA FedEx Amateur Series Season 6, race number 18 from Talladega. We are ending the first round of the playoffs at Talladega. This is going to either be amazing or disastrous for a few drivers. I see a Red Bull already having issues. Said is Mail having problems on the pace lap. Said comes into today 14 points to the good, sitting 8th in points. That is not good. I don't see any smoke. Hopefully it's just a blown tire and he'll be out there. I don't know, man. That would suck. I don't really see him advancing to the playoffs. Oh, he's coming back up. I don't see him advancing to the playoffs if it's a race-ending mechanical failure. So I was trying to see if there's any smoke. There's not. Kyle Kesey is leading him to the green. He did dominate Motorsport last week and secured the dub. Servant Sarahan is to his outside. All right. So, Matt Flood is on row 2, Kurt Hamilton row 3, Chad Brennan and Nick Alsop are on row 3, Matt Flood and Kurt Hamilton row 2. Green flag is out, 19 laps here from Talladega. Servant Sarahan with a very impressive jump. Kurt Hamilton's going to be fully alongside him. They're going to clear Kyle Kesey by turn 1. Team Penske having all 3 of their cars inside the top 5 for top 5 in qualifying. That's very impressive. 2 of the Team Penske drivers are in the playoffs. They're the ones leading the inside row. As now Chad Brennan immediately dip into the very inside. Bafood Sacco on the 99 needs a good day. He had a very good regular season, but he is sitting 6 points out. The first driver on the outside looking in. Leading a lap here is going to be very important for a lot of these guys. Said his Mill's back on track, so it must have just been a loose wheel or, I don't even know. A tire going down. Already 3-4 wide here. Chad Brennan trying to hold off the field. Kyle Kesey with a huge run as he and Servant Sarahan have a tandem going up top. And Chad Brennan's going to hold on to lead lap number 1. Just by the way this is looking, I can tell it's be shaping up to be a dang good race. Kyle Kesey and Servant Sarahan have a very good tandem brewing up top. So Chad Brennan with that bonus point for lap led is going to help him. He came into this race 5th in points, 20 to the good. Now he just needs to drop back and avoid the big one. Keegan Alsop Jr. trying to take the top spot with help from Richard Sweet. Richard had a very bad race last week, got destroyed. That puts him 34 points out coming into today. There it is. There's the wreck. Oh, Kurt Hamilton's in it. Chad Brennan. That's definitely the big one. Oh, half the field's gone. This can help Richard Sweet. We're talking about 34 points out. He wasn't a must-win, essentially. Keegan Alsop Jr. might come back to lead him back. Oh, Tom Akers was there, nearly dumping him into the grass. Lap 2 of 19, the big one strikes. And Keegan Alsop Jr. will lead them back to the caution flag. Be right back, see what just happened. I don't know where this starts, but the first car I got to while rewinding was Paul Wright. He's 2nd in points, 34 to the good. So watching that number 5 car right there. What happens right in front of him? Oh, he got pretty good damage. Ooh, Nick Alsop almost going upside down. In this frame shot right here, the 3 playoffs, 29 playoff, 22 playoff, 83 playoff, 14 playoffs, 88 playoffs, 5 playoffs, 9 playoffs, 91 playoffs. So, oh man, not what a lot of these guys needed. Where did that start? Okay, it started with Stanley Winters and Nick Alsop. I don't know if we should go helicopter view here. Right there, the 3 and the 29. Oh, the 83 got destroyed by the 88. So we'll be back for the restart. Alright, pace car is pulling off. Take a look at the DNFs. Paul Wright's going to finish last. Stanley Winters 41st. William Stone 40th. Kyle Kesey 39th, Nick Alsop 38th, Servant Sarahan 37th. All 6 of those drivers are playoff drivers. No other playoff drivers DNF'd. So once they go green, Paul Wright 34 to the good. Stanley Winters was only 6 to the good. William Stone was 19 to the good. Kyle Kesey was 10 to the good. Nick Alsop 26 to the good. And Servant Sarahan was the points leader, 45 to the good, so he basically locked in as long as he started the race. So, a few of those guys are in a very worrisome situation, especially with the 80, who was 34 back running third. He can very easily jump them if he just finishes there. And that was very good news for Set Ismail as he stayed on the lead lap. And now the 82. I don't know where. Oh, yeah, he's 23rd. So the 99 of Bafut Sacco came into today, 6 points out. Once he survives that crash, that essentially will lock him in, I assume. But he definitely doesn't want to wreck out. He wants to get up there and lead a lap. Now everyone saw the big one happen. They should hopefully calm it down a little bit. It's only lap 8 of 19. Scott Ford blocked Luciana Reese all the way down to the apron. It's her teammate David Cervantes got underneath him. Keegan Allsup Jr. underneath her. Keegan Allsup Jr. is doing a dang good job controlling the field, though. The 99 and the 12 trying to get the middle lane moving, but the inside lane is so formed up. Keegan saw the run coming up top. He threw a mad block. Here comes Scott Ford on the inside. The outside line is extremely formed now. It's crazy the difference a straightaway makes. Scott Ford getting pushed by David Cervantes. And Hayden Meadows, Kyle Akers, Maggie Ford. The two Akers racing cars working together on the bottom. David Cervantes clearly loyal to Scott Ford, and Scott Ford betrays that trust and leaves him hanging behind the RCR cars formed up in the middle. Scott Ford will lead that lap. He's not in the playoffs, though. And here comes Akers Racing with Kyle Akers and Maggie Ford leading the inside line now. And that State Farm and Nap Auto Parts Dodge. Well, Dodge is. Chad Brennan and that Motocraft. Motocraft Ford. You can see him leading the second, not the second pack, just the first car furthest from the pack. He's in the playoffs. He's up pretty good in points. He just needs to survive to the end of the race. Here comes Kyle Akers, though, in that 59. He just might clear Scott Ford. No, he doesn't have the help. He doesn't have the engine power. Oh, he's going to do it. He's going to clear him. Oh, here comes that 39-16. Got the tandem going up top. The 20's trying to side draft him. Kyle Akers going to hold on. It's so hard to know what lane to block, man. They're 4 wide behind you. That white 91, Damian Malorn, he's in the playoffs, but he's officially coming in. Mathematically impossible to advance. He was 53 points back from the cutoff after 2 very bad races, and none of which, or 2 bad finishes, none of which are his fault, obviously. Oh, and they're getting 4 wide right there. The 91 and the 60 making a little contact. That could turn bad. That's how the first big one happened. So here comes Steve Love to the top spot. Lap 11 of 19 this time by Anselm Meadows for KBM. But Bafut Sacco, he's gotten kicked off the bottom multiple times this race, and he keeps finding his way back towards the front. This could be the first lap he's led with help from David Cervantes. He's not going to get it. Oh, nearly surprised. Damn, Damian Malorn forcing his way to the inside. Keegan Allsup Jr. just left him a gift. He might be eliminated from advancing to the next round, but he's not eliminated from winning this race. David Cervantes tied for the all-time wins list in the amateur series. He hasn't won this season, and honestly, it's been a very down season for him. He missed the playoffs and just hasn't really contended for wins. But here he is leading Talladega. He's won at every plate track we've gone to, and he's good at the big tracks. He's won at Indy, he's won at Daytona, he's won at Talladega. But David Cervantes, I'm not surprised seeing him up towards the front. Maggie Ford, though, I am surprised seeing. Hayden Meadows going for the lead. He is a playoff driver. Will he lead the lap? I think David's got it again. I mean, look at that pack. One of these guys sneezes, everyone's done. Hayden Meadows being pushed by Robert Stone and Bart Kesey. Steve Love's still there. Like I said earlier, it's going to be hard for that AC Delco Chevy to advance to the next round, 34 points back. But him up here leading, they're contending for the lead. Might put himself in position to steal a win. He wouldn't lock himself in with a win, but that would give him the points needed to potentially just jump a few people. He is glued to that 20's back bumper. He sees the run coming up top. He's going to go up there and block. Hayden Meadows doing a good job controlling the field, as the playoff driver undoubtedly will lead this lap. Coming to lap 13 of 19. 7 laps to go here at Talladega. And Robert Stone's dipping to the inside. This is getting towards the point where a caution right now would not end the race, but it would set up a very quick shootout. Once we get to like lap 15 or so, everyone knows that a caution will likely end the event. So everyone's going to be storming up towards the lead just to be there if the caution comes out. And you can see the effects of the draft. Richard Sweet's going to make the 98 completely clear the 20, and Richard might actually clear him as well with the help from the 59. Ooh, something might be wrong with the 80. He just kind of drifted way high as if he had a tire going down. Now he wants to see. So Hayden Meadows has had the best car all day. Like, that sounds weird because he just took the lead, but no one's held the lead for 2 consecutive laps. And he's had challengers. So he might have the strongest car. This is the furthest anyone's been in the lead as well. Yeah, over 0.2 of a second. Right now, the fast lap alongside his Mel, which is an important point for the next round. And look at him running second. Oh, is he a lap down? No, he's up to second now. He should have started this race in second. Had to go to the pits. Got caught with a very lucky caution. And here he is, late in the going. Help from his teammate, trying to take the lead and potentially... Oh, the 99 almost gets stumped by the 91. Damian Mullern all over Bafut Sacco's back bumper, and Hayden Meadows had to dip high. Hayden right now has 17 points to the good. He might have already clinched most laps led. I think he led 2 or 3. That doesn't sound like much, but Talladega, that's pretty impressive. Now, said as Mel is going to lead the lap. Looking where he was at the start of the race, I didn't think there was any way. So we have 5 laps to go. It's go time now, man. You don't know if caution comes out, if you're going to even have a chance to... Ooh, Bart Kesey, David Cervantes nearly make some contact. They've completely lost that second pack. I don't think they're going to catch Daniel Guerrero to lap him, but if that does happen... About 20 miles per hour faster, honestly. About 5 seconds quicker. I don't see them catching him, but we shall see. They're a full straight away up, though. Or behind. Ooh, Steve Love getting underneath his teammate Richard Sweet there. With Richard needing all the points he can get. That's an interesting call by the 2 DEI drivers. How about Bart Kesey and that RSS Racing Chevy? Having a really good showing. He had a solid run at Eldora as well. Finished top 3. This could be his next best opportunity to get a dub. Ooh, Lucian Reese nearly made contact with someone midfield there. That's Keegan Alsop Jr. in the 7. It's a top 3 breakaway. As Robert Stone's trying to reel him in with help from Kyle Akers. And Steve Love dipping to the inside. Coming to 3 laps to go here at Talladega. Set as Mel now has led 2 consecutive laps, challenging Hayden Meadows for arguably the most dominant leader of the race. Colin Francis, I believe, finished last at Motorsport last week. He's not in the playoffs, but he's trying to rebound with a pretty good run here at Talladega. Steve Love everyone's really getting equal help here, so it's kind of hard for them to gain on the leader. The 18 and the 59 made some contact. Down the backstretch, Bart Kesey dipping, not by choice, I don't think, as he gets stuck in the high groove. Coming to 2 laps to go if there's a caution. Now this race is 100% over. Ooh, I apologize for that. So Set is Mel leading 3 consecutive laps. I think that is the most of the race. 2 to go here at Talladega. Hayden Meadows, who's had one of the better cars when it comes to being in clean air, has now caught him. Matt Flood in the 12 Team Penske Ford. He's not in the playoffs, surprisingly. He missed it. Oh, and they are going to catch Daniel Guerrero. Oh, this is about to screw someone's race. He's going to be running the inside in the corner, outside on the straightaway more than likely. So depending on when they catch him, that determines what lane you want to be in. Coming to the white flag as well, man. You hate to see it. Hopefully they don't catch him. Especially if they're going 3 wide for the leader, or 3 wide for the lead. Someone's going to get affected by this. Coming to the white flag. This race will end under green. But it's likely going to end with heartbreak as they are gaining on that 88 so fast. Matt Flood has cleared the 82. Oh, and this is going to help David Cervantes and Maggie Ford, Damian Mullern, Keegan Alsop, maybe even Richard Sweet. We are on the last lap. Someone's going to win this race. Is David Cervantes finally going to break his winless streak? I don't know why Damian Mullern was so I don't know, focused on side drafting Maggie Ford there. He could have been up there for second. He just let Keegan Allsup Jr. go by. Oh, and that sucks for some of those playoff drivers. You know who it doesn't suck for? Coming through the tri-oval, can David Cervantes snap the winless streak? Keegan Allsup Jr. is trying to get a run. He doesn't have the help he needs. And David Cervantes is going to win at Talladega. I told you guys, don't count him out at a big track. He did it, and he is now the all-time wins leader in the amateur series. David Cervantes does it. And unfortunately, finishing 9th, I don't think Rich Street's going to be able to advance, man. He needed to. He was top 5 before they caught Daniel Guerrero. There's nothing Daniel Guerrero could have done. Probably should have pulled down below the apron, but what are you going to do? We'll be back to look at your official results. All right, David Cervantes, there is your winning photo. Now, the fastest lap goes to Matt Flood, so no playoff driver will get the benefit of it. Said as Mel barely got it stolen from him. Let's go take a look at your official results. David Cervantes with the win. Then you have Keegan Allsup Jr., Kyle Akers 3rd, Colin France 4th, and Damian Malorn 5th. Luciano Reese is the highest finishing playoff driver, getting 6th. Then Maggie Ford, Bart Kesey, Richard Sweet 9th, and Robert Stone 10th. Playoff drivers outside the top 10. You got Bafud Sacco 13th. I bet that's good enough to advance. He was only 6 back. Hayden Meadows 16th. He didn't finish where he ran all day. Said Ismail 18th. He was leading with a lap to go. Kurt Hamilton 19th. Chad Brennan 23rd. A lot of these playoff drivers having really awful finishes. Daniel Colt 29th. Daniel Guerrero 31st. Honestly, Daniel Guerrero played some strategy there by affecting a lot of the playoff drivers' finishes. Because he himself is a playoff driver. Servant Sarahan 37th. Nick Allsup 38th. Kyle Kesey 39th. William Stone 40th. Stanley Winters 41st. And Paul Wright 42nd. A lot of those that DNF'd right there are probably going to get eliminated. Other than the 91 of Damian Malorn. So, that was the race Talladega. That was the end of round 1. Obviously, I don't know who's eliminated. You guys don't know who's eliminated. Let's go find out. Thanks for watching.
He said, boy, can you make fans stand and scream your name? Have you hit him in the ass, never let off the gas till you rode into victory lane? He said, boy, do you know how it feels when you're running 3 wide? 'Cause if you're Daytona bound, let me wonder you're in for a ride.